Welcome to the Explainer. So most of us think we know the chakra system, right? 7 colorful energy centers running up the spine. But today we're going to explore why that common understanding is really just the tip of the iceberg, and how your personal energy map might be far more complex and unique than you ever imagined.
That neat, tidy system of 7 chakras that we've all heard about? Yeah. What if I told you that that's not even scratching the surface of the whole story?
Exactly. Let's really dive into this, because the reality is way more vast and deeply personalized than you'd think. What we commonly know as the chakra system, that's just the ground floor of a massive, energetic skyscraper. You've probably seen the debates online, right? Which chakra system is the correct one? The Indian model, the Chinese one? Well, what if all those arguments kind of miss the point? What if they're all just describing different floors of the same building, and most of that building is still completely unexplored territory?
So instead of thinking about one single system, it's a lot more accurate to see it as a multi-layered map. It's got about 7 distinct groups of energy centers, and they move from being totally universal for everyone to being completely, uniquely you.
All right, so let's start on that familiar ground floor. This is the part of the system that is universal to every single human being on the planet, no exceptions. And here they are. You know these names. These are the 7 centers we all know and love from the Indian model. They are the absolute, non-negotiable foundation of your entire energy system.
These are the very first centers to form when the body is created. They're what connect us to the physical world right here and now. They are the fundamental, 100% accurate and universal building blocks for every single person, period.
Okay, now this is where things get really interesting. We're going to zoom out from that simple foundation and look at the very next level of complexity. And trust me, the scale is about to change dramatically. We start here, a nice, simple, manageable number, 7. This is that foundational set that we all share.
But then, bam, we immediately jump to over 3,000 main energy centers. 3,000! And these are the ones regulating the function of your physical organs and all your body's systems. It's just an incredible leap in complexity, isn't it?
And this really explains that next layer perfectly. You know, if you've ever heard of acupuncture or acupressure, well, most of those thousands of points they use are actually part of this incredibly intricate energy grid that's literally keeping your body running every single second.
So as we move further out, into the aura, that energy field surrounding your body, the system starts to shift in a huge way. We go from being pretty much identical in everyone to being highly individualized. This is where your energy system stops telling the story of humans and starts telling your story.
In this layer, we find centers some traditions call the hara or the 8th chakra. But we also find these unique energy complexes that not everyone has. Think of them like special hardware installed for specific abilities, like a deep, intuitive connection with nature or other unique talents you were just born with.
All right, let's get to what is, for me, the most fascinating part of this whole thing. This is where it stops being a general human map and becomes the specific, detailed blueprint for your individual purpose in this life.
So here's the crucial point. Your natural talents, the things you're just good at without even trying, they are literally programmed into your energy system. They're installed by your higher self through these unique, purpose-specific centers. I mean, think about it. Whether you're a chess grandmaster, a gifted healer, or a world-class athlete, there is very likely a purpose-specific center in your energy field that's constantly channeling the exact information you need to excel at that specific thing.
And it gets even wilder. Beyond just chakras, the system can also include what are called artifacts. These are etheric structures, not physical, but energetic, that are granted for specific tasks and can have a really powerful influence on your body. The source material describes them as things like energetic crystals, rods, swords, or even armor.
And then, at the very outermost layer, you've got what are called crystalline centers. Now, these are said to link you directly to other worlds, other stars, and other realities, conducting energy and information that's perfectly aligned with your unique purpose for this lifetime. Pretty mind-blowing, right? So when we put all of this together, that simple picture of just 7 chakras, it completely blows up. It expands into something incredibly profound, multi-layered, and deeply personal.
We've really taken a journey here, haven't we? We started with that universal 7 we all share. Then we moved through the body's super complex grid of over 3,000 centers. And from there, we went into the unique layers of the aura and beyond,
arriving at a blueprint that is uniquely and specifically yours.
Look, the big takeaway here is this. You have to move beyond the simple 7-chakra model. It is so important to see your energy system not as some static diagram in a book, but as a living, breathing, dynamic, and totally personal blueprint for your life's potential. And this leaves us with one final provocative thought to chew on. If your unique talents, your passions, and all of your abilities are all encoded in these deeper energetic layers, well, what happens when you start to understand them? You might just be able to decode your own unique purpose. What do you think your blueprint is telling you?